Hey guys, just wanted to share an amazing experience with you. Recently, Joyce and I invited Amy to go with us on a little road trip where we actually got to stay at one of the coolest harvest hosts I think that I've ever had the privilege of being at. And it's in a little place called Halliday's Winery in Lake Milton, Ohio. Come along with us as the next adventure starts here. Let's go. Now, for anyone who hasn't yet committed to the Harvest Host program, please don't. Oh, just kidding. Sorry. Seriously, there's so much to see. And you're going to eat, and you might have a beverage, or maybe a libation or three. So why not do it in a way that allows you to get into the local area, see what it has to offer? That's what we did when we went to Halliday's Winery. And man, it didn't disappoint. We phoned ahead, making the usual required reservations with Jessica at the winery. Upon arrival, there were already a few cars in the parking lot, but a very clearly marked out space was left for us to put Black Betty and Glam-A-Lam into. The portion of the lot we occupied was at the end and was nicely secluded so that you could have some privacy on the campsite of the RV, even though we were at the heart of it all.
Halliday's Winery in Lake Milton, Ohio, and we're staying at this Harvest Host tonight, and we're just about to enjoy some great eats, some wine. So Steve, what did you get?
The Italian panini.
Italian panini, looks really good. Those chips look really good too.
Veggie chips.
Yeah, awesome.
Kind of like Veggie Tales, but you get to eat these.
Joyce, what did you get? Tropical salad. Wow, that's what I got too. It looks awesome.
So headed here to the winery at Halliday's Winery, and sadly over here where the band was going to be playing down there in that pavilion, they had to cancel because of the rain, which is a little bit of a bummer, but no big deal when you got a view like I'm going to show you in a few minutes. And the food was amazing. We had some Buckeye popcorn, had some chocolate on it, had butterscotch on it, but we're not going to tell Amy about that. She didn't read the label well enough. She doesn't know about the butterscotch, so I think that's just a hoot. And then I think we have, they had the salads, and then I had a panini. It was really good. And then, of course, this Opa. So, good stuff. All right, so what do we got going on here? You said this was a church, right? So
Correct.
As we look at this building, and we had some pictures earlier of the inside of it, now that she said that, it reminded me of a church. It was crazy, but the owner owns this, and let's spin around.
And he owns this golf course right here. He actually owned it first and then bought the winery in the early 2000s.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then some killer wines up there too.
Killer wines.
I love it. Right, so this is Ryan.
Oh, we're
Ryan
live
has
action?
done everything to make sure that everybody gets the right amount of food and libations.
Absolutely.
So what's the favorite? What's the number one take tonight?
The Fire in the Hive.
What was that?
That was
I
mead.
didn't have that one yet.
Mead. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Mead, Apple Crown, and Fireball.
Make me one. I'll be up to pay for it.
Yep.
love
You got to
it.
try it before you leave.
I will. Promise.
right.
Thank you. That's awesome. Harvest Host. We got here, got us in the lot. We're 62 feet long. Limited spaces, but you seem to manage through all that. Normally would have had a band tonight. The band kind of got rained out. Weather's not cooperating tonight. Amazing stuff. Tell us about what you do.
Well, I am the manager here at the winery. I manage all the events, staff, harvest hosts, all kinds of things. Always something going on. They always say Halliday's Winery where the fun never stops. So,
I can see that.
Yeah.
So we actually had we had some of the food inside. So we had the salads. What was the
Tropical salad?
Tropical salad. That's it. And then, by the way, the menu is pretty amazing for something that's, you're a winery and you have this kind of a menu that's a whole full page of food. That's pretty crazy. That's
Actually,
pretty crazy.
we just updated our menu last year.
Okay.
We had the same menu for a long time, about 8 years. And then we just had Erica, the kitchen manager. She changed up the whole thing. She's done a great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty amazing. And then, so tell us about the wines. How did we become a winery?
Yeah, so this was a church, and it sat vacant for many years, and then Ron bought it. Still sat vacant. He had no idea what to do with it. So over at the golf course next door, he also has he runs a bocce league. And so one of his bocce teams said, "Hey Ron, what are you gonna do with that building?" He goes, "I don't know." He said, "Why don't you turn it into a winery?" And he said, "I would love to, but I don't know anything about wine."
Right.
So from there, he started calling wineries in California, and eventually he got hooked up with someone at Debonnaire, which is in Geneva.
Okay.
And they actually make all of our wine.
Wow.
Yep. So, they make it.
So how many different wines?
We have 8, and they're actually all named after something local in the area. Whether it's Lake Milton history or Ron's family history, so it's pretty
So
cool.
one of the things that's really cool here about this Harvest Host, we got the fire pits all over the place, but then you have this amazing view. This is spectacular. And look at all these tables. This is like, what a great idea. So what was the catalyst behind putting all this together? Was this like born overnight? Was this like whose brainstorm was this?
Yeah, I think it was his brainstorming for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, he pretty much put this together. I mean, it's grown over the years, but that area is new to us. This was a COVID add-on.
Okay.
So we used to do music here, closer to the building, and as the sun would set, and the sun would get in their eyes, musicians' eyes. So we added that space in the back. We can do weddings back there under that pergola area.
Nice.
And then we do multiple events out in that 20 by 30 tent.
So I noticed that as a church, it also has a really big basement. So I think you were telling me tonight you had a 50th?
Surprise 50th wedding anniversary.
That's crazy. So in the middle of doing all this stuff, doing the do that you have during the day, that happened. And then you also have all these other things that are going on with the band and all the things. So is it always this crazy? Like, how do you keep it all straight?
Not always. Well, there's always something going on,
Yeah.
you know. But I think the key to that is having a really great staff behind you.
For sure.
Yeah, I have a really great staff. I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
They can help me keep the ball rolling.
Well, and I noticed something about this. So, and just a point of note, talk about respect. It was crazy because everybody was like, "This is Jessica," and it's like you can tell Jessica rules the roost here. So there's no question about that. By the way, one of a triplet, right? So, sorry, are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're losing our son, but we are here, and we're so thankful to be able to be here. Thank you for letting us come in
Yep,
and,
you're welcome.
and park. We got in easy enough, so if anybody's got a big rig, it's easy to get in and out. There's no worries about that. Small, you get in, just regular parking space. Brian and Michelle, just saying. And why not come give this a look? This is right off of 76. You could come up the turnpike, come down the turnpike. You're right in between 76 and 80, and it's easy to get to. It's like 7 miles, I think, off the interstate.
I think even less than that.
It's crazy.
From 76, I think it's only 3.
And by the way, the golf course next door also is Harvest Host, and so you could stay there if this lot. What's one last thing that you would like to have everybody know about what's different about your winery?
What's different?
Halliday Winery, by the way.
Well, I feel like
Halliday.
yeah. So I feel like not only just the wine, but I feel like the atmosphere really kind of sells it.
Yeah.
You know,
Can you
atmosphere,
tell?
staff, food, just a
Yeah.
really great environment. I think if anyone's questioning whether to come or not, I definitely would recommend to come.
Yeah, totally right.
Yep.
Holidays, thank you very much. And Jessica, call her Harvest Host extraordinaire. Get this done.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. We had a blast and hope you enjoyed watching this as much as we did making it. The like and subscribe buttons are in the usual places. Hit them up so you know when we've added more videos like this one. And you can come back and join us when the next adventure starts here.